Hey guys, my name is Cidiac and welcome back to another episode of Fool's Town here in City Skylines. Guys, last episode we expanded the industrial area near the docks and the airport, and what that's done is it's created us a lot of traffic. Now, I didn't kind of understand, or I don't really know basically whether that traffic is from the initial vehicles kind of getting into that area, or that is just going to be the general traffic for the area with the amount of trucks, because it is quite a big industrial area. I think it is one of the biggest industrial areas that we currently have in the city, so yeah, it might be that is the traffic flow right now. And we did some kind of adjustments on how we could filter the road and whatnot, and it didn't all turn out great. I'm not happy with them, so basically today hopefully we can sort some of those out. But I want to focus on today, the main thing is getting the big highway kind of structure that tears through the whole city, that goes all the way over to the industrial areas. And what I mean by that is the oil industry, coal industry, farm industry and all that kind of stuff. Make sure it pushes all the way over there to get the vehicles all the way over. That's, pretty much what I want to happen. And then we'll do some few tweaks as well. So we're back into place then, and this is what we got set up then. So you can see the amount of traffic that we've got going on. So many trucks coming down here and whatnot. We did try our best to kind of filter them onto the highway up here and up to here, and they are using it, but a lot of them prefer to use this because it filters, as you can see over here, it filters to kind of this area, this highway structure there, which pretty much links them all the way up to the farming, forestry, the ore and the oil industry, and they all choose to go this way because they feel like this is the quickest route to get up to that there. So what I eventually want to do, we won't do it just yet, we'll do it a little bit later, but I want to kind of redo this whole area, maybe kind of delete all this highway and have it kind of hooked up here. So rather than up, well, we can have it go up to there, but rather than come down here and go up like that, we'll create a junction there that filters on through there, maybe up to there, and then create some kind of link over to this highway, because this highway is pretty much dead and it goes in both directions. So it either goes up this way or up this way and that way. So we need that connection there, filter it down. We'll see how that plays out, but ultimately first I want to get a highway going up to over here. So all our highways kind of stop here on this side of the city. They do, one goes up pretty much up to there anyway, but nothing over here. So what I want to do is, I want to turn this little junction there, so this highway that comes up, this roundabout system here, I want to kind of play around with this, have it go up and then bend around with the train tracks and rail system or something like that, do something pretty cool, that then eventually hooks up to over here. Now this is a big mound, this is a big hill, so we might flatten it slightly, just there, to kind of push us over to the back side of the area, the region, where we're eventually going to have our little farming industry set up. It's going to be a big challenge, a big task ahead of us, but I'm hoping that will then create this really good flow, this connection to over here. Now it's not going to satisfy the farming area, but that's eventually going to be moved over there anyway, and so they'll funnel themselves pretty much through the center of the city, and then when they get to this kind of, you see it comes down there to this roundabout. They can either funnel themselves through that little kind of crossover junction we're going to create, or through the tunnel that we have running round, or even round the bend there. So we'll just see how things ultimately go. What I do know is we can't have this level of traffic in the city because it is ridiculous. It's crazy. It is crazy. But as we build the highway, that's why I don't want to build this first, because again, I don't know if that's the initial traffic or that's going to be the constant traffic. So I'm just going to still give that time to play through. So let's focus on this then. So what I want to do then is kind of have this road here. As it goes through, it then raises up and goes over this highway, and then we'll do our own little intertwining connections. And I kind of want it to kind of go up and bend this direction, and then follow the train tracks around, and maybe get it up into this little hill section, so that it can be bridged over. Maybe take a chunk out of this, connect it over, so a nice little bridge that goes over there, and then funnel it down. It's going to be beautiful, but we might need to do quite a bit of landscaping and kind of get things set up, because I could ultimately just have it go straight over the lake, but I don't want to do that. That's not natural. I don't want to destroy that lake. It's quite a nice little lake, so we're going to have it go around. It'll be nice views as you drive through it. So it means we have to probably clip a little bit of this little area out there as it goes up and around. But let's ultimately first then, let's get rid of these, because these were originally there when we had the water pumps in, which we no longer need. So let's do some terraforming. That is now, ultimately going to sort this out. So we take it from this level and we push it back a bit. So push it back just a tad bit there. So we've got room for 2 highways to get in, or 2 highway roads. To kind of filter around. What's this level over here now? So at this level here. So this is what they normally do when they're building highways and stuff like that. They kind of do this huge terraforming job, and it often does create these huge banks. Now this area is a little bit higher than the original area, which that's okay, because we were smoothing it off. We're just doing it in stages. So you can see where the highway is going to bend round on this, and then smoothing that off there. So using the same height. Okay, so that's the same height there then. That's interesting. Okay, let's not go with that height. Let's go with this height. So it lands on this side. So it is going to be like bridged up and over. And then it's pretty much going to land here and then bend around. So we'll do more terraforming as time goes on. We've got the prison there. A lot of people were saying about the prison to put it on an island. Now, what's everyone's thoughts about that? Like, create like a little mini Alcatraz? That would be kind of sweet, wouldn't it? That would be kind of sweet. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are about that. So we kind of just put the edges there. So once I got the actual highway on these areas, then we'll kind of terraform it, smoothing it off, polish it a little bit, make it look nice. But then it's going to pretty much come off this. Go... I don't know whether to make it go over this, and then we'll create like a connection off it. We'll probably do that, but that's ultimately what is going to happen. That is what's going to happen. Let me just... The only thing I do want to smooth off is this one here, as the gradient changes. There we go. Looks a bit more natural for that curve there. And we're going to get the highways now in. So before I mess around with the connection, because I'm still got it in play mode. I'll only pause it when we start editing and deleting the current roads. How's the traffic over here? Yeah, there's a lot of traffic. We do need to do some work with that. And there's people complaining not enough buyers for products as well. So good transport links should sort that out. I want to, basically maximize this whole road we've got over here. I could completely get rid of this, but it is connected up to that, and so yeah, okay, right, enough of that. Let's sort this out then. So let's get the road bending ground here first. So, okay, 4 lanes now. We'll just go with the general highway here. Right, so we'll work with the one side first. So if I create a point to point. So if I do that there, that to there, I'm going to do that one there, and then create a bend that goes around and connects those up. There we go, just flip this one round. And that's the highway pushing up. Oh, this is going to look so good. This is actually going to look really, really good. Okay, we'll do this side now then. So, if I got... Oh, that's going to be weird, isn't it? If I got the road first to initially go up like this. And then this one like this. Delete back a tad bit more again. So that will go up to... Oh, it's actually quite difficult to kind of get that in. So let's push a little bit further. And then try it. There we go. Bends around quite nice. I like this. I like how it's going to be on the mountain. I can't wait to smooth it all off. It looks really rough right now, but it will look really good in the end. So we need to get it over to that side. So we'll start with this one. Actually, what we'll do is we'll kind of create the curvature on it. So if we say like this is where we want the highway to kind of go like on this side, we create that curvature on it now. That gets dead. Oh wait, because we've got that on. But we do need to raise it, don't we? So if I bring that to there, as that we'll play around with the height sizes as well. Oh, we've completely messed that one up, haven't we? We'll use the mover tool to play around with the heights. But let's just get the bend on it first. It's not the right bend, that isn't. Sometimes it's easy to do it backwards and then flip the road round. Right, okay. So that's the right bend, but look at how ridiculous some of these bumps are. So let's drop this. And that. I'm just kind of smoothing it out a bit. Oh, that looks really good, doesn't it? Just kind of get this side to match a little bit. Oh, that looks so good, that little bridge over. Oh man, I'm so impressed. I'm so freaking impressed right now. Right, that's a little bit on the high side. So just try and bring these down. Not to that level, but, you know, kind of semi-close. Right, I want to have a quick glimpse over here now. How's this place going? Yeah, still lots of traffic. We've still got to sort that out. There is no doubt about it. We're going to get rid of this road altogether here. And maybe even that bridge as well. And this one as well. And then just integrate this whole area into the industrial section. Just have really good highway connections. Yeah, it's going to be the best way forward. Okay, right, let's get back over here then. So this is going really well. Okay, I think this will be the point then where we pause it. And then delete this. I'll delete... No, yeah, we'll delete that for now. Okay, we'll delete just the crossover. We'll keep the main highway... Oh, I didn't mean to delete that, but we'll keep the main highway in. And then we'll come from a little bit further back. Let's just get this in. So I'm going to first then play around. How high is this to go over? Versus this. So I've got to play around now then with ways in which we can connect this over. So if I did it like this. And the opposite side goes back. We've just got to move the things underneath into the right positioning. Is that a good space? It should be. I want to see what it's like. With the curve on it. See, I don't like that. How it's dipped down. Excuse me, sir. Right, we'll go up to 15. Right, we're just going to have to literally play around with the move it tool now to get it right. So this one, this bump here, terrible, shocking. Let's bring that down, but then bring this one up. And then just a little bit more higher here. Right, this could be very, very, very good. Very good, boys. This could be very good. So let's create that over there. Let's move these little pillars in between. So there we go. Just put it there. Can I rotate it? Yes. So rotate that there so it's more natural. And same with this one. So it's not in the way of the traffic. Perfecto. Look at that highway cutting through. This is amazing. Right, and this is where probably more difficulty now ensues. Okay, so we'll bring it out by 10. Okay, by 12. And then we'll ramp it up. Okay, let's delete that one. We had to go by 13 on that one then. Okie dokie. And just create. I'm trying to get the perfect bend. Right, that's good. We'll just play around with this now. So a more natural gradient. That is actually, oh, that is, I'm so happy with how this is turning out. I'm so happy with how that's turning out. Now the thing is, do I actually have it connected to this? Because they could be connected to this anyway, and if they wanted to go, you know, here, you know, after they go there and then turning and round. If wanted to go anywhere over here, just jump off here, and then, you know, there's a connection there. So, I don't know if we interfere with it by adding a connection at all. Because we have something like that here, which I've been thinking for a long time getting rid of that. We have this there, get rid of that. So this is like an undisturbed, almost up from this island up here onwards, it's undisturbed, so you can literally, if you're coming from down here, as soon as you get to this island, you're now literally undisturbed, apart from that there. But obviously that's the main cut through highway to go through. And I think that's exactly what we need, an undisturbed highway. So you just get on it, that is your straight destination. No stopping, no starting, no craziness needed. Because again, the way that funnels through, wow, that's a ridiculous incline there. How long has that been like that? I bet you since I built it. It feels slightly ridiculous, that does. Have I just messed around with that there? Hold on. Oh, here we go. That feels a lot better now. I'm all over the place with this one now. Alright, bring it up a bit. Okay, right. I feel a little bit better with that. That's crazy. But hey ho. Right, sweet, sweet, sweet. Little fine tuning of the highway systems. That's looking pretty good. So you dip down, you go straight through. It's all good. It's all good right there. We have a roundabout system on the top. This whole place is crazy. But I think it's the way I originally placed it all in, just to kind of intertwine it. Just to actually I think this is the only way I could actually physically get this in, wasn't it? Right, there we go. That looks a little bit better. Well, I could spend hours and stuff like that. I don't want to get kind of caught into it. So yeah, that is now literally all done. So we don't want it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't want it connected. Let's just put it that way. I don't want it connected. Like here or there. It's a solid cut through to get to that area. Up here. So if you wanted to get to any of the other industries, for example, the ore, the forestry, you could just simply turn off the forestry here, go down and then up and in, or down. Yeah, you're down, up and in. The ore one's a little bit different. If you're coming down here, you have to get off, then you would have to go all the way around. But would that be quicker than going that way? Who knows? I could always just add a simple drop down road here for if you're going in that direction, because you can see a few vehicles are doing that turn originally. So that might be the the only crossover we take from this. Let's see if I can get a nice little bend in it. There's that, but come on. Come on. Right, let's take this little snap off. We'll go with the smaller one too. Oh, I didn't take the snap off, sorry. Why isn't it doing what I want it to do? It normally comes up and off. Oh, we could, then again, we could have just got completely rid of the anarchy. So yeah, that's an option. I didn't think of it like that. Alright, bring that down a bit. Nah, it should be good. Without playing around a bit then. Okay, back into play mode then. That should work pretty well. They should still have, the vehicles want to use it. No one's going to come down it now. Because obviously a lot of people will... Do I... This is another thing as well. Do I then create a row that comes off there and hooks up to that way? At this point, I am creating this connection, aren't I? Oh, man. Then I could do then swing off there, then up to there. So it kind of goes in both ways. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see if a lot of vehicles are going up here, down to there, or going down and... No, they wouldn't do that. They would... We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's get this area connected now. So this is going to be the weird one. Not the tricky one. Or this is going to be kind of slightly weird. I did the snapping on. If I turned all those off, what's the difference? We'll get to this end anyway. So we pretty much get to the end of it. And then that's when we bridge it up there. Okay, that goes through the train track a little bit. Push it back. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that stays at that height, but that's when we kind of bring it down. But we don't want to bring it down quick. We'll bring it down, yeah, like that. Oh, it's not even the right road. So yeah. So it starts to bring it down, but not too much, because we do need it to go across. Oh, that's another thing here. So how am I getting it across here? So let's first just get rid of these. It probably is connecting up some of those power. Yeah, so some of it's not going to like what I've just done. Right, terrain. What height we at here? 377. What height we at here? Okay, right. So take the 377. We'll keep it that height. So 377. Now, is that too early to connect it at that height? Don't know. But we'll run it through. So it's like we're creating a landing strip, isn't it? We'll run it through there. Or should we cut in a little bit more and bend it round? So it bends round and then it'll go off into whatever direction we pretty much want it to. So we're just going to create that connection there, and then obviously whatever's over there, perfect, mate, perfect. So that means actually deleting it a little bit. We'll delete it to here, because we haven't really made it come down, have we? No. And then we'll set up our road here. So we'll start here, and we'll have it, let's go, boom, to there. To there, and then the end bit we'll do it like that. So we just need to connect the two ends. Simple, right? Alright, spinsies. That bends perfectly. And we just connect that over, create a junction. Ooh. Okay, we'll stick this a little bit further out. Right, that's the height. That is the height we're playing with. I just kind of want to do it where there's no bridge involved. So I think we just tick along slowly. And then when a bridge gets involved, like the thing in the middle. Right, it's actually not going perfectly straight, is it? So we'll pull back a bit, keeping it going. Right there. Oh, this is going to be so annoying. It's because the train track as well. That kind of doesn't help out the situation. So, if I do... let's go to there. Ugh. That is terrible, mate. We're just going to then create a little wiggle. Pretty much. So to do that then, simple, simple, simple. We do this and this. But we need it to be a little bit longer, so we'll go a little bit further back. Like that. Is that going to be classed as 1? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's where we're going to be struggling then. So let's not do that. Who would have thought connecting something like this up would have been so painful? Right, it's going somewhere. Beautiful. Right, okay, I suppose it's just going to be move it tool right now. Just to slightly fine tune it. Okay. Right. million years later. We got it somewhere where we want. Alright, there we go. That is a good size and height. Just do this little section here. Right, okay. Okay, so that can sit there then. So before we do build that little junction, that little connection there, that would help out a lot of vehicles. Let's take a look at this then. So this pretty much these are the vehicles that are using for that turn, which is interesting. Right, okay. Not seeing many vehicles come down here, so maybe hooking these up there will create like more vehicles using this road cutting through. I don't know. But let's have a look at this now. The traffic over here, still bad. Still very, very bad. Right, okay, we got it. We got this. We got this. So let's create them. The junction of sorts on this. So it does need to be simple. It doesn't need to be complicated, complex. It just needs to be nice and simple. We need to give power back to those as well. So we just could create, because the thing is, we don't want to cause traffic on this road, stopping and starting and all that kind of good stuff. So let's go with these little two laners, and we could simply. Now we have to come from a distance, aren't we? So I'm thinking, do you know what is the best option to do this? Do I do like an underground roundabout? Like I said, we have to come from such a distance away. Right, if we did this. And push that straight down. That's actually not that bad. And did the same on this side. I need it a little bit higher. Yeah, we'll just go with that, it's fine. So that kind of sorts how you connect up, well, how you get onto it to go that way, how you come off it to go that way. But it doesn't solve the other animal beast, getting onto this side. So that's actually, I actually quite like that. That's nice and simple. Effective. But again, ultimately, I'm not trying not to cause traffic. But we won't know how much traffic until, you know, it all goes down. So if I go that far with that one, that far with that one, and connect just in there, and then just down there. So it is quite pushed away, isn't it? Let's sort this one out. Right, so that's level there. Pause it now because there's vehicles actually using it as well, which is good. I just want to see if having it bridge up early on looks better. I feel like it does, yeah. It does. I just don't like this connection coming down. Honestly, I don't. Hold on. Let's delete this side. We can put it back to play now because it doesn't affect anything much. Right. Right, it will have to go there. But if I push this back slightly, that should work. Let's flip it round. And then take it from up here. It's the whole junction there, man. Right. If I just might slightly move it back. Right, that's probably as good as I'm going to get. Let's just leave it as that. Let's move all this slightly over. Probably bring this in a bit more now. Right, that's good. So as it created traffic lights, it kind of has. So let's remove them. Let's remove them. And there we go. So vehicles now choosing that to go all the way down. And that pretty much takes it to that roundabout over there, which is interesting. They're going straight down. So they're probably going to be using that now to make it all the way over to the dock area. So let's pause. Where are these vehicles actually going? Oil industry storage. Where's that? Okay, I think that they just got accidentally picked up and went down the wrong route to begin with. Where are you going? Yeah, okay, I see what's happening. Those vehicles are the ones that accidentally got sucked into the wrong lane. Are these all going down that way? Oh no, okay, owner delivering to large warehouse all the way over here. Yes, so they're going to be using that then. I can't now get rid of this. They're going to be using that then to get down there, rather than cutting through and then down and then maybe being intertwined into this. It's working. Sweet. We don't know if it's going to work in the opposite way just yet. It might take a while. There is a couple of vehicles making their way down right now. But they could, you know, be turning off here. So we don't know whether they're going to go straight on just yet. Oh, one is. Where are you going? To the recycling centre. So the recycling centre for that is over here somewhere, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Yeah, there. Okay. Right, let's give these guys some power back. Do apologise, peeps. Do apologise. Right, that's done then. So we've got the road that now intertwines and goes round. Do we connect up roads going off this? I feel like it might be beneficial, because you just never know who's going to want to use it, rather than going around this and making this road populated. But it would then mean doing one in every direction. We'll just do it for the sake of doing it. All right. So we bring this out, ramp it up, and do a connection like that. Not the end of the world. Then we have to do one that just comes off there and bends round. Then we have to do one that goes up and over that way too. Right. Let's try this one first. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, boy. We're on the wrong one. Nice. Also, guys, not doing a roundabout. Can we all just appreciate that right now? Can we all just appreciate the fact that I'm not doing a roundabout right now? Right, I feel like this needs to come back from further. Right. Okay. That bends that way. So that takes care of that in all different directions. Now that'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the long run. It really would. A lot of vehicles are using this road now, as you can now see. So this has become very beneficial. Already very beneficial. And it's going to be, we'll see the big improvements when we eventually move this farm over to this valley over here, where this highway can simply come and bend and stretch around. I don't know whether we would ever want to get it connected up over here, maybe dipping down and around. I don't fully know. But I suppose it all depends on what happens and what plays out in what we use to replace this. Because I could turn a junction around here and have that go up and around. So that could bend round ultimately. Come down and connect to this connection there. That's probably what would happen with that. So it's just one of those things. You just gotta see how it plays out, right? You gotta see how it plays out. But as of right now, it's doing the job. They're going back and forth using it for. It's really benefited the oil industry anyway. Let's just put it like that. It really has. It might benefit other people going in different directions too, coming up and off that. Okay. And again, we do have that cut through there if you want to go straight on through, but see how it really goes. Okay, so let's take a look at this, because this is what I don't want, this area like this. So I want them to be using this road. This road comes down, so it goes here, comes down to here, goes in two directions there. You can either go around here and off you pop, or down here through here. So if you're in this area, the majority of them, for example, let's see where they're going. Flour mill, animal pasture, it's all the farming stuff right now. The majority of it looks like it is pretty much the farming stuff. And they are, if we view their route, so they're, okay, he's going somewhere else. Where's he going? Fine fashion. Oh, he's going to the forestry. Okay, so ignore him. He was a bad example. I don't know how I get that off now. Let's go for the flour mill owner dude. So he's cutting through. So you can see the route they're taking. They're going along this highway. And up and over and off they go. So what we need to do basically, again I forgot how we get rid of this now, there we go, is get rid of the option to cut through. So being on this side of the canal, the options are to funnel through to a thing there. So let's first make the cut over. Now this is actually kind of difficult because if if you're going from this direction, you would also want to bend over to that as well. So this is going to be quite fun. It's actually going to be quite a funky connection. I'm now like only just realizing what we're going to be doing with it. So I think we'd also probably... Would it be fair to get rid of all of this area and then redesign it? Maybe. Just maybe. Right, okay. So let's just get rid of this whole area. We'll redesign it, make it more efficient because we're going to be facing other issues in the long run. We really are. So there's a thingy there. What's this? There's something or other. I don't know what they are. Play anyway. Same for this side. Because we can actually redesign the whole interchange and junction. I need to get rid of all this road. And I can't see half of it. Right, there we go. Oh, road. Goodbye. Okay, I think that's most of it gone. We'll see as it slowly disappears. I mean, get like a feel for it now. So basically what we want then is we do want them to use these highways, but we want them to get to them via a highway. So by getting rid of all this, what we're now going to do is get rid of this road here that connects up. Probably get rid of this whole connection and junction. We might keep this one in. It's not bad. But we want a good connection. We really do. Let's get rid of this side as well. We really have to think about how we're doing this. There is also... Is that a bus route there? Can I move this? What bus line is it? Was it that line? No. I gotta get rid of the bus line. There we go. There's that one anyway. I gotta get rid of them and redo them because we are changing up all the areas. So that's now solved that issue. So yeah, we do want it to connect up. So we've got this going up and through. Solid, sweet, beautiful. We're now going to get rid of this. Get rid of you too. That's gone. What's this here? Get rid of these extra buildings. Keep this place nice and plain and simple. Right, all gone. So that means now that they can't cut through and go down into this area. We'll keep the offices there because it's good for the little work and stuff like that. Now, it might mean that they now will come up, go up to here, and then go down this road and go to it. Which that's fine because we're getting the traffic flow coming up, but we could create the crossover connection just there. Same with this here. They could come down here, but then they could choose to go down here. Now, it is a big drive up, but as long as we got like another simpler connection over to there, it should work all perfect. So what we'll do then is we'll treat... Should we treat this as the inlet road here to the whole industry area? It's interesting to see how they're all now like trying to kind of work out their brand new routes they've got to go in. So let's first get this connection over here set up then. So this does mean also removing this area. Unfortunately, it's gotta go. Right, we'll just stop it down to there. And it might mean getting rid of this and us redoing a new one. And should we get rid of... Do you know what? I think we should get rid of this bridge as well. Because if they want to get to this area where the stadium is and all that, you just get off at this junction. This crazy junction right now, which I feel like I need to redo that at some point too. Okay, I'm just trying to get a feel for this. So now we'll just keep them all on the highway, and I've got to shuffle around on the highway. I don't know how many people will use this one down here, because we still want to bridge over. But why this bridge is good is because it's so far away from the highway connection, they might go, okay, it's quicker to hit the highway. So we just need a switcheroony just there. A switcheroony, boys. That's what we need right now. This whole junction here is a catastrophe. It really is. Right, get rid of these buildings. And we'll set something up now then. So we're going to pause it. There is actually a tunnel going underneath there. Now I think that comes from this one. Goes up and under. Yeah, it does. So off this little roundabout here, we could just create a little outlet sticking out. Comes over to here and then goes in both directions. That would work perfect. Or I create... This comes down here. And then hooks up to that. And then that bends around to that way. Right, I've got a better option. I'm actually going to get rid of that tunnel. For just a second. Because I've got a better... Oh no, it actually doesn't go to that one. It goes over to here. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, I did know that because I did it, but I don't remember doing it like that. Okay, so this means I'm going to have to destroy more than I want to. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We're going to keep in, obviously, this. What's it called? The cable cart system. Get rid of all of that. So this is gonna, because this is coming from like this here, it's gonna come down to there, and this road here, we're gonna delete this. So goodbye, and that is gonna come down, and it's going to be intertwined and connected into this there, that connection. This road here is gonna bend around and be connected up to the island. So we got some simple connections. Or alternatively, I could get rid of this road altogether, but then I want that short route going up to there. And the reason that then we'll have that connected to there, so if you want to go that way or up there, the connection is there ready for you. That's going to be so much more perfect. Oh my goodness me, guys. Do you realize what we're doing right now? This is amazing. Right. So let's get the highway going over. So if I did that there. And that there, and then just connect them up. That's literally it. This is going to save a lot of heartache and headache in the long run. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be so freaking amazing. Right. So flip that round. Move it tool. Right, so just by doing that, this is so good. This also begs a question now then. Like, deleting that connection there, and then having this just simply bend round. Or have a road off there. Now, we'll leave it like that for now, because it'll be nice to see where the traffic flows. It's just a lot of islands very close to one another, where I could probably fine-tune it a little bit more smoother. So you got to remember, there is the bridge that crosses over there, so not a lot of them are going to want to go through all this to go across the bridge. You know, they will choose the tunnel that we've got. But that works for that. It's just then this has to connect to here. Now, the reason I want to intertwine it with this is because you come up, over the island, off you go. They could come up to there and go round, but one, that just makes their journey a little bit longer. But this is mainly for here. The reason that goes for there is for this tunnel, and that's for mainly people over this area. The bulk of people on this side that we're going to add in eventually need that connection. So it's a lot of intertwining roads, but it's going to work out in the long run. So we need to now sort this out. This is going to be the hard one now. Getting that connected. So let's do our bridge over. So if I do it like this, one there, one there. Is that? I'm doing it on the wrong opposite sides, haven't I? I have. Right, let's delete that one. Yeah, it's deleting both. We'll redo it. So if I do that there, and let's go back a little bit further, so we got more to play with. And I do the same again, like that. And then we just flip that one round. Connect that up. We'll just trim it down a bit. Because that one needs to go up and around. Yeah, we trim it down a bit. But let's connect it up and we'll trim it down to see where we actually need it to go. Right, how much can we get away with this? Because it's very, very close to the dock area there. So what we'll do is, right, I'm playing around with stuff again. Right, we'll make our own thing up, coming from this side anyway. So get to there. That goes to there. Right, that gets connected like that. It's not great. But this is where, okay, this is where the bend now comes into play. Finally. Beauty of a bend there. Now, this one's not actually going to go fully over. So it's just trying to get the connection or the line going round. What we can actually do now with this is, it gets up to here. And I want it to be connected down like that, but I'm just going to slightly move it over. Oh, didn't mean to do that one. Now, why is it not letting me connect this in? There we go. Wow. Okay, now I understand why it didn't allow me to go in. But we can fine tune it, guys. We can fine tune it. So let's just stick out a little bit more. Wow, this is not going well, is it? Alright, we'll stop there. Can I get rid of the grid? Right, that's better. Let's take this down there, and then we just need a similar one. To go up. And that's literally all this area is for. Right, let's bring that down a bit. That's all it's for, is to bring the cars down and then take them up. We don't want to really... What's going on with the tweeter thing? It looks evil. It looks... Everyone knows it looks evil. We don't want them to come down here to go in that direction. Because if they're coming from down here anyway, they could have just went that way up there. So we don't want to do anything else. This is just not the greatest of connections. So I'm just going to try a little bit harder now to kind of... make it look semi-decent. Let's bring this down. Right, it could be a better connection. So let's go into play mode then. So this is only solely to get any traffic heading out up into this lane, which filters on to the cut through that we've just created. That is solely all that's for. Now this whole area over here, only time will tell what we do with it. But I'm now hoping that they see this road as not being a quick route at all. And what I hope they kind of start to then do is go up to here maybe, or ultimately if they're coming from that direction, hooked up to that in itself. They probably will still use it. I can see a lot of vehicles coming down this way anyway, and they're probably going to over there. But now we've got this in, we'll give them a few minutes to kind of update and understand this kind of connection now exists, and takes them off into wherever they want to go a lot easier. I do really need to redo this whole joint connection there. It's terrible. But we really are now redefining the whole area. Still got little gaps got to play around with. Gonna get rid of these districts because now they don't make sense. We can turn this into a whole one brand new industrial area as well, which would be pretty sweet. Alright, get rid of that. Oh, kind of stops up to there anyway. So we could probably now expand this residential area back a little bit more. Maybe do a bridge going over or something like that, with how we've got the little ferry connected there, which is handy. So Anchor Park could be pushed back more then, guys. By the looks of it, let's actually expand Anchor Park over to there. Good stuff. It's actually going pretty well. So we've got some offices there, which I don't know if the offices fit in this area anymore. So I might switch them round to like commercial buildings, just to keep the low skyscrapers down. Because it kind of looks a little bit weird having them so tall. Here's okay, because it's like on the peninsula of it. But on that side looks a bit weird. Unless we had offices all on this side here, just to reduce the traffic. Yeah, that could work. And obviously, we won't create a bridge connected in the two. We'll do footpaths to connect, not bridges for road. And another connection come off there or down here maybe. So a lot of vehicles are still using this connection junction here, which I'm hoping, because they're locked into that route already. I'm now seeing a lot of vehicles come around here, which is going to put a lot of stress on this. Now this is, wow, okay, so this connection here, where are they coming from? So they're coming down here, I assume, to go round maybe. So if we just have them all, you know, merge like that, it would just be a lot happier for everybody on this little area. Get rid of some of that backlog. But yeah, now we've got new traffic flowing into this junction. It now has to be reworked because it was originally kind of created and some lanes took priority over others on how the traffic flew previously. But now it's flowing differently this time. We kind of now need to, you know, have more priority lanes. So this used to be a priority lane going over. But now as soon as everybody wants to go this way, we're going to have to then create a priority lane that cuts over that way. And this will be all part of the fun with setting up and redoing this whole junction. It's going to be pretty cool. So, vehicles now are starting to, obviously, yeah, do exactly what I want to do. Come up to here and use this and get out of here. But it does build up some traffic, so we need to find ways in which we can filter it out smoother, easier, more fairly. But this just could be the initial traffic just trying to redirect itself. You just never know. But it seems to be working pretty sweet. So like having a flyover from here that goes over to that lane there would be perfect too. It could be that I completely get rid of this whole owl there. And then we kind of... What we could have done is had this highway here. Rather than merge into this, completely cuts over. And then kind of creates a merger here. Like we have a big interchange there. So then that direct road that cuts through the whole city is utilized so well. That could be the way forward. That could be the way forward. So I'll play around with stuff. We'll find it out next episode. But we are really starting to change the infrastructure now of the city. Because this industrial demand, or the industrial kind of change that we've now had, is really bulking it. So this whole area here needs to be worked on. And we'll kind of get that set up in the next episode. But things are changing, guys. So what you see here now is not the final outcome. We got a lot more to work with. A lot more to work with. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. We got a lot of traffic now to kind of figure out where we want it to go and sort out its filtering. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I will see you all soon. So good.